showing everybody how to make masks and the face shields that's out there. Um, and so I just want to show people the supplies that I'm gonna use. I'm videotaping also here, so you might see me look away a little bit at the video or show something over there. But what I'm doing is I'm showing people how to make the masks and face shields and the simple products you can use. Simple stuff. Um, but what I was told was the masks, so because the masks are not like that hospital grade, but they're nice masks that we're making. If you have a face shield with it, it kind of covers better, right? But that's more or less for people who may want to go to that extreme. But the masks, just for clarity, the masks are not hospital grade, but we're still making them just for the sake of protecting our communities, protecting people. So I got a couple of things here that's kind of fancy, and then a couple of things that's simple that people might have at home, and want to make some suggestions to people also of things. These are the mass things that you could use at home that's simple. So first for the masks, uh, y'all know the baby blankets. So the stuff has to be 100% cotton. You know the little baby blankets that people use. You can make a mask out of this. These are the little baby blankets that you put over your shoulder when the burping cloths. That's what they're called. So some t-shirts, y'all see my little helper over here, Malachi, coming up. But some t-shirts, baby blankets, and some t-shirts are 100% cotton. So y'all know I do t-shirts, and I had some of the t-shirts around the house that are 100% cotton. I would advise that somebody probably wash these first just to make sure that they shrink up. Wash them, period, anyway. But so I have a little kids t-shirt that's 100% cotton, and then I have an adult t-shirt that's 100% cotton. Um, the other thing is nice pillowcases. So I saw people using bed sheets. Some people may not be willing to sacrifice bed sheets. I would be, right, if it's gonna help somebody I know. But came up with the idea just of pillowcases also. Pillowcases would be a help to make masks. And then of course there's always the tight knitted cotton. I purchased this from Joann Fabrics. I can't remember how much it costs, but it's not a whole lot. But one of these, a yard of this, will make probably about 10, 15 masks. So what I've used, you know the little swimming tubes that people have when they go swimming? This is my grandson's. He uses it to just beat on stuff around the house. So I cut a piece of the swimming tube off. And then you're going to cut it up the middle. So you could use something like this. This is foam. It's flexible. You want whatever it is to be flexible. Okay. So I got this now, but I'm gonna use this. So you want it to the face to be this, not this way, but this way. Because if it's this way, it's gonna hit your chin all the time. This way, you're just gonna take the glue, put over the top of it. Yes. So in order to get this shape for an adult, you need 9 inches one way and 6 inches the other way. So a rectangle. You can use a ruler. You can use one of these rulers. I got one of these little rulers, L-shaped ruler. I usually cut out 2 at a time. Some people might cut out more than that. I could cut out more than that, but for sake of time, for sake of showing y'all, I'm just gonna cut out 2 at a time. So this is doubled. This is one, it's folded already, like this. Be careful, baby. 4, 5, 6. So that would be 6. That would be 9 going that way. And then I just cut a straight line. Make it wider in the top. 1, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, so now I got an iron right here. I got my Cricut iron, but you can use a regular iron. My Cricut iron, but you can use a regular iron, okay? And when you use it, at this point, you're going to take this fabric and you are going to fold. Make 3 folds, almost like a fan. So that's 1 fold. See how I fold it? Let's fold it 1 time. Then you fold it 1 more time, but you leave a little space at the top. Can you see this? This is a little bit of a space at the top. See how I left a little bit of space at the top for each fold? And then I'm going to fold it a 3rd time. Now, I have straight pins because I sew a little bit. I don't sew like my mama. Disclaimer. So I would use a safety pin and I would pin these ends all down to make my folds stay. Safety pins in on the ends of it to keep it folded. But I saw a lady online, I can't remember who she was, so I won't, was it, I don't know if it was Stephanie Dickey or not. But somebody had used these clips and they clipped their end like this. So these are the little clips you use in the office. These are the little clips you use in the office. Y'all, please be careful, baby. And so you can clip that in, and then with your regular iron, come on now. You getting down? Come on. Okay, you got it? So with your regular iron, once you've done that, you just press. This is the equivalence to hair thread. This is a huge thing of hair thread, but y'all know I used to do hair. So this hair thread I have had like almost forever. But you can buy the little spool of hair thread at the beauty supply. But a lot of people might have this hair thread already at home. Or if you old school like me and you have regular thread and a regular needle, this is regular thread, which would never go wrong, okay? But I'm gonna show y'all a couple of tricks. This is a curved needle that you use for hair, or a carpenter's needle, and then cut off the end of it, and then tie both the little ends together. So now, on the end, you're gonna take it and fold it over. Fold that little top part over like that. See how I folded it? Fold the little top part over. You're just going to take your needle and begin sewing. Leave the knotted part on the inside, the part that would touch your face. Okay? Just make sure your thread don't tangle up. Keep sewing through. You're going to keep sewing through till you... It might not be a pretty sew, like as if it was a sewing machine, but guess what? As long as you got it sewed, it generally won't come loose. As long as you got some good thread. This type of thread right here is quilting thread that I was using for the mask. I couldn't remember if it was, this one is usually for hair. And again, these masks are not the same as hospital grade. I'm showing you how to make the ones that you would have for your own family at home. The ones that I would make for somebody, I would use on a sewing machine, but they would be the same quality. They would be this same quality. I do not have like the skill set to make the hospital quality ones. I don't think anybody does unless you work for one of those companies. And I think people are letting people know that they don't have that qualifications to make that. So you'll do the same thing for both sides. So that's a little bit sewed up, right? That's just sewed up on one side. Okay, I'm not gonna sew the other side for the sake of time. But for the top, let me show you what I've been doing for the top. You fold the top over. You're gonna fold the top over a little bit bigger than what you would fold the bottom over. And what I generally do is I start sewing that top. You sew the top all the way across. Excuse me, not all the way across. I sew it about halfway across. And then y'all know the top of the mask where people have the little like portion that bends to the nose to make the mask tight on the nose. That top portion, I have been using wire. This is jewelry making wire. I've had this around my house for like ever because me and Victoria are always doing some art projects. Little bit of wire, okay? People have been using bread bag wire or getting the wires from out of their grocery bags. The garbage bags that you buy, the little wire. If you still buy the old fashioned type, people have been using that. But I take this, I got wire cutters, so excuse me. But I take this and I cut off about an inch size of it. Okay, so I cut off about an inch of this, just an inch. See, and I put it in my fold. Don't worry about if it's not sitting in the middle right now. Don't worry about if it's not sitting in the middle. And I sew it. I keep on sewing where I was sewing originally, all the way across. Protect yourself. And I'm making like a very fast version of this mask. Very fast, very fast. But they got some versions on YouTube also that's like 5-minute masks. Make a mask in 5 minutes, okay? So I'm not making the one that has the pocket in it. Stephanie Dickey makes the ones with a pocket in it. I haven't mastered that one yet, and it's more time consuming even on the sewing machine for me. So I've been making a double mask for people. Okay, so imagine this being your finished mask, right? You got the little ball right there in the middle. And at the end, that bottom would have been sewed too. I didn't sew it for the sake of us being on television. On live, just for me to finish. But I reinforced the bottom wherever I finish with a couple of loops of stitching. And then I tie it. This, of course, is hand sewn. But now we gotta put the strings on the side. Okay. So, ideas for strings. People are like, when I went for elastic, the elastic was all out the other day. I know I had ended up purchasing elastic like this, little colored elastic. A pack of shoestrings. You could take the shoestring, you attach it on this end by sewing it. You could attach it to go like a long string here, long string here, long string here. So let me show you. This is the same equivalence of the shoestring. But what I've been doing is, because I don't have a million things of shoestrings, I have this tulle string, yarn string. It's a heavy duty yarn. This right here. This right here. And I tied it on both sides. But it's actually sewn in there when I sew it on the machine. This is sewn in here on the machine. Okay. So if you did do something like this, say for instance, I got colored string. I got all colored string. You take the string. Okay. What I do with my needle? Oh, here we go. Again, make sure that end is tied. That extra thread that's right there. take your needle. You're going to sew through it. Now you could take a knot, make a knot there. I would probably suggest you make a knot if you sew it like I'm sewing it right now. You're going to sew through the material. I'm just sewing through, and sewing through. Do it a couple of times on both sides of the knot. And as you sew through, then you reinforce the end, of course, with another tie. Tie it off one more time so that it doesn't come through. And you cut that end, okay? Now at the end, of course, it's going to be neater because you're going to make it neater. But you would do that to all four corners, okay? And at the top, you have your little guide right there where the nose goes. So when you put your mask on, all you do is just pinch where that is, where the wire is. And it comes down like that. So, and the mask actually opens all the way underneath the chin for that 6 inches. It folds under the chin. And so let me show you the one that I finished. Oh, where you go? Oh, here you go, right in my face. So, I've heard of people too putting rubber bands, stapling rubber bands onto the edge of their masks. But this is how my masks end up. And you can sew it on. The top is pinched, secure. Okay, again, so these are double material masks, right? So not hospital grade, but they give some form of coverage. You can make these at home. If you have a sewing machine, I'm going to do another video with the one with the sewing machine so people can see what I'm doing on the sewing machine. But let's get back to this mask. So this mask right here. So I glued it, the shield. But if you did a hole punch, you could always do the hole punch and then you put it on there and tie it around. And so then you have your, oh, let me put on the other face mask. So this is your shield. This is the shield that they have. Like if it really get that serious where people need shields, and we saw some places where people had, oh, Avery, I'm gonna call you right back, baby. Everything okay? Just like nod yes for one time. Ooh, okay. But I'm gonna put this on just to show y'all how, this is how they're wearing them in the hospital or something like that. Or in the stations where they are receiving people. I'm not gonna tie it real tight because I don't know how I'm tying it and I don't want it to tie up in my locks. Okay. And then they're wearing this around the face. And if you hit the hole puncher, it would, why mine look crooked? Oh, I got it on crooked. Okay, wait a minute. Let me tie. Did I tie it? No, I didn't tie it. Yes, I did tie it. So don't y'all laugh at my makeshift stuff. Don't y'all laugh. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. So this is how it would be. Okay. You can tie it tighter. I don't have it tight because this glue is not dry. But this is the shield and the face mask, okay? You can make these at home